Welcome to Monmouth In Focus, a program about the services and functions of Monmouth County government. I'm Commissioner Director Arnone, and I am happy and excited today to have my fellow commissioner here and good friend Ross Licitra, also liaison of the park system. Ross, how you doing?
Thank you, Commissioner. Glad to be here.
Great to have you. Great to have you. So, you get the fortunate task of overseeing probably one of the best departments in the county and something that only people go to that are happy. And they go to our park system.
It's so true. The parks really bring such pleasure to everybody, And by far, the Monmouth County Park System is the crown jewel of Monmouth County and also the best park system in the state of New Jersey, second to none.
So, everybody thinks the parks, playgrounds, trails, different little events, but give us a little bit of a broader span of what we have to offer here. Besides golf.
Yeah, besides golf, of course. And of course, as we know, we have 6 beautiful golf courses, which are really renowned across the state. And we have people who come from all over the state to try to get on our golf courses. And it's really, really a wonderful thing. But we also have over 18,000 acres of passive and active recreation in all of our county parks throughout Monmouth County. And there's so many wonderful programs that are put on throughout the year. In fact, our program guide just came out for the summer.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, and the program guide will guide you through, it's a guide, so that's what it'll do. It'll guide you through all the incredible things that we offer through the park systems throughout, especially the warmer months. That's are really the great times. Not, the winter months, of course, we have great programs too, but the summer is really when we blossom.
So, and of course, comes with that comes a lot of events.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There, and I know in the course of the year. Then, of course, probably one of the biggest things that occur is our in July is what? The County Fair.
Our County Fair.
But talk about all the work that has to go on with that.
Yeah, the planning for the County Fair started months and months ago. It starts right at the beginning of the year with, of course, gathering all the vendors and get everybody squared away and all the events that goes on and all the schools that participate and all the 4-H clubs and everything else. And it's really a great event for the county. It's one that I've always looked forward to going through my whole life. I've taken my children to the County Fair every single year, and I got to tell you, the Parks does an amazing job of putting it on.
It really does, and it's a good revenue generator for the park system too, and it all hinges on it not raining there,
which
because
happens a lot.
Happens a lot. Seems like if you're going on vacation, don't pick that week because
go to the fair.
Go to the fair.
Go to the fair.
But you know what? It's easy for you, myself, and the rest of the commissioners to praise our great park system. But at the end of the day, probably you need that other recognition. And I know there's been period of times where we've been nationally recognized. Is that true?
We have been.
And can you maybe give a little information on that?
Yeah, the park system, again, has been nationally recognized for its excellence in not only acquiring land and growing such a beautiful passive park system, but also in all the programs that we offer. They really have. I mean, during the school year, we offer so many curriculum for young kids to come in, to work their minds and be able to develop and do it in an atmosphere that is conducive to a park. And I really have to applaud our senior staff at the park system. Now under the direction of Andrew Spears, he's the new director, as you know. The county commissioners recently appointed him, and him and his staff do a fabulous job. They really do, and it's nonstop. And I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize our recreation commissioners.
That's right.
We have a board of recreation commissioners that are appointed by the county commissioners, and it's a volunteer role. It's not a paid position, and it is a lot of work. Every 2 weeks, we meet at Thompson Park at our headquarters, and we have very comprehensive and long meetings. And sometimes we're there till 11 o'clock at night. There's so much to discuss. The parks is a $40 million budget. And the recreation.
It's a big company.
It's a big company, exactly. And the recreation commissioners, they're ultimately oversee that, of course, with the oversight of us, the county commissioners, but they really, really do a fantastic job, and I really have to applaud them.
And that's what I think has been so special about the relationship and the way it was structured between the county commissioners, then freeholders, then appointing people that they thought would be obviously proactive and very positive on our great park system, and then continuing to build on it and take it even more. That's what was really, really special, and I think that's what has shown the success. But you, myself, the administration at the park system, the administration of the county can only go so far without the great staff that we have.
Absolutely.
And I think that's something that we have to touch a little bit on, and if anything, just a big thank you to them. But maybe give a little insight on the amount of work and the amount of geographic areas of parks that they have to maintain and keep to the quality that people expect the Monmouth County Park System to be.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a huge company, just like you said earlier. You know, you have administration, you have all the things that go with administration. You have IT and purchasing and requisitions and all that. But then there's our park rangers, you know, the people who, like you said, maintain our trails. You know, they repair buildings. You know, they provide safety for our park visitors who come. They're your first source, the first people that you see when you come into our county parks are our park rangers. They're law enforcement officers. In fact, you and I just did the graduation for them where they graduated, and I got to tell you, you know, they're so proud of what they do, and it makes us feel good as commissioners to be able to give them the tools that they need. You know, one of the things I wanted to point out too, which of course, as you know, being the director of the commissioner board, is one of the things that we're really implementing in the county park system this year is state-of-the-art security. With the help of our great sheriff, Sean Golden. You know, the parks are being outfitted with all kinds of security cameras, plate readers, and all sorts of things, you know, because unfortunately, you know, there will be people, an element of people that will come out, you know, and target our parks, you know, as an easy target, you know, break into cars and steal merchandise and so forth and so on. So it's important for our park visitors to know when they go to the parks to make sure they lock their vehicles and make sure they hide valuables and all that sort of stuff, because you never know. Because like you said, they're there for a good time. They don't want to come back to their car
and have that whole day ruined.
Exactly right, and have something taken from them.
So, you know, to close out on a few little items there, the one thing that we know, we have the great golf courses.
Yeah,
we're very proud of. They're immaculate. They're probably
the best
county courses in the country.
By far.
And then, of course, our great parks. We're always building parks. We're always talking about that. But we are also very, very in tune and considerate, and we'll always remember the historic part of our county. And in the park system, we have some historical sites.
We do. Portland Place being one of them is an incredible place. Wallingford out in Upper Freehold is one of my personal favorites. And of course, who doesn't love Longstreet Farm? I mean, it's just, it's a jewel. I can never go there enough and not get enough of it. Yeah.
So we're fortunate because we're just coming off the backs of, we opened up a new park here in the county that we are very proud of here, along with the Parks Commissioners, and that was just recently. We opened up a Swimming River Park, and I ultimately I was there in the beginning, or when it came about, and it was a challenge.
Sure,
it was a challenge, but you, the board, the administration, along with the county's support, were able to overcome some of those challenges. And then we were able to open this park up, which is stunning. And it's going to be one of our signature parks down there, where we have the kayaks and we have the launching, and we're going to be expanding with a boathouse and all that. But there was a lot of work to get that done, right? I mean,
it really, truly was. You know, in comparison to our other parks, it's very small.
Right.
But I got to tell you, as you know, I've gotten more calls than I know you have about that park.
Very visible.
Very visible. People love it in that area, right out, you know, right over the Red Bank Bridge to Senator Joe Carrillo's bridge.
Yes.
You know, right over into Middletown, and you know, it's the one park that we have that has immediate river access, and you know, be able to kayak and boat out of there, and it really offers so much amenities to our county residents to be able to go there. And like you said, we just completed phase 1, and phase 2 is coming up, which is going to be a beautiful, beautiful boathouse, kayak rentals for those of you who don't own kayaks, like myself. I don't, you know, and be able to still enjoy all that we have to offer.
Well, that was great. And, you know, I will tell you, I think when you came on the board, you struck gold, because you got the park system there. And, and it's always the jewel to have as one of your committees. And I know you have various committees throughout the county, but I have to believe that's probably one of your favorites. I could see how it wouldn't be. But I also want to say thank you for the time and dedication, because as you just said, not every volunteer board, not every liaison board basically pulls that much time out of a schedule to be able to operate, and it does that because of how large it is.
Sure.
And you put that time in there, and on behalf of the rest of the commission, I want to thank you for that.
Sure, of course.
And know that we're just going to keep growing.
We're
going to hope that it doesn't rain on our fair.
No, it doesn't. And just want to pay special recognition to Mr. Jim Trunzer, who recently passed away. As those of you who all know, Mr. Trunzer was the patriarch of the parks. And
we wouldn't be where we were at.
Exactly. He was our first director, started in 1964. I was 1 year old when Jim took over the county park system and recently just passed away while still the secretary director of the county park system. He had such vision.
It's great.
He really did.
Well, I agree. And I was able to work with Jim for many years, and I was marveled by his vision.
That was.
And his creativity. And he started that in 1964, and he built it to where we are today.
Sure.
And we owe everything in the park system to Jim Trunzer. So,
Yes,
I want to thank you, Commissioner Licitra.
Thank you, Commissioner.
And this was great. Looking forward to talking about some of your other committees. And that's all for this segment in Monmouth in Focus. Please.
Thank you for having me.
Join us again.
You don't have to travel far to get away. Monmouth County, New Jersey is a 4-season destination. Whether you want fun in the sun or winter adventures, our doors are open. All year long, you can find nightlife, amusements, amazing food, beaches, and one of the best park systems in the country. There's something for everyone, every day of the year. Make the vacation you want in Monmouth County, New Jersey. In Monmouth County, New Jersey, every beach is different. Discover yours at tourism.visitmonmouth.com. Make the vacation you want in Monmouth County, New Jersey.
In today's workforce, competition is fierce. If you need a competitive edge, earn a credential that sets you apart and brings you closer to your goals. At Brookdale, we offer a variety of short-term certifications in a wide range of fields. From social media and architecture to culinary arts and cybersecurity, we help you get trained, get certified, and get ahead. This is Brookdale. College redefined, success reimagined. Take your next step at brookdalecc.edu.
Planning a large-scale event or conference? Consider Brookdale Community College and its versatile Collins Arena. The Collins Arena is the premier venue for all kinds of corporate and community events, live concerts and celebrity happenings, trade shows and expositions, sporting events and tournaments. The Collins Arena has countless layout options to meet your needs. Bring your next event to life at the Collins Arena at Brookdale Community College. Go to brookdalecc.edu/events and start planning your next event now.
Family fun for all seasons. That's Monmouth County, New Jersey. Discover our hidden gems, surprise the kids, and make lifetime memories. Plan your trip at tourism.visitmonmouth.com. Date nights and romantic getaways. Monmouth County is the perfect place to reconnect. Come experience the downtowns, the beaches, the flavor, and the culture. Plan your trip at tourism.visitmonmouth.com.
In today's workforce, competition is fierce. If you need a competitive edge, earn a credential that sets you apart and brings you closer to your goals. At Brookdale, we offer a variety of short-term certifications in a wide range of fields. From social media and architecture to culinary arts and cybersecurity, we help you get trained, get certified, and get ahead. This is Brookdale. College redefined, success reimagined. Take your next step at brookdalecc.edu.
This is Matthew Modine on behalf of the Garden State Film Festival. This is your chance to see great films. Go to gsff.org.
There's plenty to do and pick in Monmouth County. Find your own apples, pumpkins, blueberries, and more, and see why what's grown in Monmouth is the best around. Learn more at tourism.visitmonmouth.com. You don't have to travel far to get away. The vacation you want is right around the corner in Monmouth County, New Jersey. We have 16 beaches, each with their own vibe and personality. There's nightlife, attractions, amazing food, and one of the best park systems in the country. It's a year-round destination Great for day trips, weekends, and extended getaways. Make the vacation you want in Monmouth County, New Jersey.
Brookdale Community College. Here, you'll find accessibility to over 60 degree and certification classes, both on campus and online. Here, you'll find a rich community of faculty and student life. Here, you'll find affordability through financial aid, scholarships, and grants. Here, you'll find the access, community, and affordability to reach your educational goals. Here, we'll get you there.
Welcome to Monmouth In Focus, a program about the services and functions of Monmouth County government. I'm Commissioner Director Arnone, your host for this session of Monmouth In Focus. And today I am very excited and happy to have our County Clerk, Giordano Hanlon, and also our good friend and somebody that works tirelessly throughout to give all these great services to our county. So it's great to have you. How you doing, Christine?
I am great. Thanks for having me here.
So you're bringing back a lot of good things we see out there, and you know what I really like what you're trying to bring out is instead of people having to come to you, you're going to them, and people appreciate that. And you know, there's a lot of times we don't hear about all these things appreciated, but they really do, because I hear it all the time. And from your office in Neptune to this outreach, which we're going to talk about, the great things that you're doing there, and I think that's really, really creative of you, and with great vision. So let's talk about this outreach effort that you're having. And I know you joined our sheriff and our surrogate with this program too. So
yes,
talk a little bit about it.
Thank you. And it's something that's really special and important to us. It's a program called the Mobile County Connection, and it started in 2015, where we decided that it was really important to bring our services out to the community. As you know, we have 53 municipalities in Monmouth County. We're a very big county, population of over 600,000. And sometimes people can't get to us. We're far away from them. So it's really important we decided to go out into the community with this Mobile County Connection initiative and bring our services to the people. And we had many events, but of course, as we all remember, COVID sort of put us in a different status where we couldn't really go out to the community, and you know, the communities were in lockdown, so we had to pause this Mobile County Connection initiative. But just recently, we were able to relaunch and get it off the ground, and we've now started to go back out into the community.
So what can people expect, like when they go to and they come to this mobile outreach little? I guess it's a big vehicle, right?
Yes. So we bring a vehicle that has programs that the sheriff provides. And it's, you know, youth IDs, safety programs, things like that the sheriff's initiatives. And then we have the surrogate's office, as you know, handles adoptions and guardianships and wills. And the surrogate's office is there to, you know, sometimes outside with the vehicle or sometimes inside, where, you know, depending upon the setup, so that people can come and ask questions relating to surrogate office issues. And then we have the county clerk services, and we provide a variety of services, and one of our biggest ones is our passport services. We are set up to assist residents with their passport applications. We also do identification cards, provide voter information, and veterans identification cards, and things like that. So it's a big operation, and we have services outside in the vehicle that is designed for this Mobile County Connection. And then we also set up inside, because my passport agents need to be set up inside whatever location we're at. We've gone to Bell Works, we go to senior communities, we go to libraries. So we get a lot of people from the communities. We do a lot of advertising so that people know that we will be in a certain community and they can come out and avail themselves of our services.
Do other counties do this?
You know what? I'm really not sure. I think there may be a few counties that do certain things. I'm not sure. I don't think it's in the way that we do it. With the vehicle, and we go from place to place with the vehicle.
That's
I know
good.
when we launched it, we were the only county to do it in this particular fashion. So we're excited.
And very proud of it.
Yes, we're very proud of it. And it was nice that we were able to relaunch this effort after a couple of years of not being able to go out into the communities because everyone was closed off to visitors or whatever the case may be.
Thank you very much. And all three of our constitutional officers, we're very fortunate to have very, very committed constitutional officers. So I want to thank you.
I will note that what we do sometimes is that we invite other offices from the county to come join us, depending upon the size of the facility. So there may be some other veterans and the Office of Aging and Veterans might come, or our SCAT office might come. So we try to expand it as much as we can so that we bring in other county departments to visit with us.
So you touched a little bit, you brought the word up, the key word, passport.
Yes.
So there's been, some news recently about the passports, and I guess there's been some difficulties there. Maybe you could give a little light on some of that.
Yes. So recently there has been a real backlog in the federal government in terms of the issuance of passports. And we are advising people that you really, really need to be ahead of the game and make sure that you leave yourself enough time to get your passport. Right now, the dates are 10 to 13 weeks for a regular issuance of a passport, not expedited for regular service. But you have to add on at least 2 weeks on either end for the mail, which is not considered in that 10 to 13 weeks. And then for expedited, it's 7 to 9 weeks, but you have to add on the transport through the mail from the facility or wherever you're mailing it from, which is sort of a new concept. They used to include that in the time period, but now it's hey, 10 to 13, but also add on the mail time. So it's really important for people to be aware of when their passport is expired, or if they don't have a passport, if they're going away, they really need to act quickly to get their passport renewed or apply for their passport.
So and I will tell you on a personal side, my wife and myself went to the County Connection, and we had to renew our passports, and I guess this was a few months ago, and probably it was that timeline that you just said that we got it back. But what's most important is your staff there was unbelievable. And I have to tell you, living in that region of the county, I have to tell you, I get numerous compliments on the way the staff treats our constituents and our residents here of Monmouth County. And so you could pass that on to them.
I will. I certainly will.
Because, it's nice to hear good things.
Yes, and I have to say, customer service is one of the top priorities of my office. And I have a wonderful group of employees who work both, throughout my office, but most especially at the County Connection and our Freehold Passport Office, and those who come out to our Mobile County Connection initiatives. And they, our whole environment is designed so that people don't feel like they're interfacing with a government office, because a lot of people have negative feelings about that we try to make them really comfortable, make them feel special, make them feel like we're doing everything that we can to help them. And I'm really fortunate to have these wonderful employees that I have within the county clerk's office, because they really have a great focus on customer service.
Very, very much so. So I know that, do you have any other dates marked down for any of the outreach coming up?
Yeah, well, we have one coming up at the library. We will be sending out all the information about that, and we're just going to be planning more and more as we go along.
So what I'll do is also, and I do a weekly article or a bi-weekly article, I should say, and maybe I'll reach out to you, or I'll have our offices reach out to each other so I could get that in there, because I think that people have to so much appreciate it, because in today's lifestyle and scheduling and having any time to do anything is very little. To be able to have this service, that people must so much appreciate it.
Yes.
So is there anything in closing, is there anything else that the public which should need to know? Because similar to the passport, don't wait till the last week you're going away to say, oh, I got to update my passport. I think you just run down there and get it, because it doesn't happen.
Yes.
And I'm sure you get those phone calls. I even get some of those phone calls.
Yes, I will say when someone's having an emergency with a passport situation, we always refer people to either their congressperson or the United States senator, because they're part of the federal government, and they're the only ones that can really help out when somebody's in a major crisis situation. Our office can try to help, but the passport agency in the federal government wants to connect with the federal government. But I will say that you mentioned, convenience, and people are working, and it's hard to make the time to get to one of my offices. I will just, in closing, note that our County Connection office in Neptune is open later. It's open until 6 o'clock.
Good point.
It's open on Saturdays, so people can either come on Saturdays or go after work. We recommend appointments so that people don't have to wait. We do take walk-ins, but it's much more convenient for people if they call in advance and make the appointment, so they don't have to sit and wait.
Thank you so much. And I want to thank you personally on behalf of all of our commissioners for the fine job you do and your staff does there, because obviously all the great work you do makes us look good there. So I want to thank you for all that. And it's been a pleasure. And I want to thank you for joining us. This was a great segment. And that's all we have today for our Monmouth In Focus segment here. Join us the next time. Thank you.